rolling at sea, adrift on the water. Could it be finally I'm turning for home? Finally a chance to say, hey, I love you. Never again to be all alone.
Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works.
So many nights I'd sit by my window waiting for someone to sing me his song.
The measure of any culture is how they take care of their least, the last, and the forgotten. And to those that God has blessed, it is their duty and responsibility to help their fellow man.
Before CPHI, our county had over 8,000 homeless people living on the streets. This past January, we did our census count. That number had been reduced to 1,347 homeless. Along with other agencies in the partnership with Miami-Dade Homeless Trust, we were very proud of our accomplishment.
Every day when I think about it, it's absolutely amazing to me why Community Partnership for Homeless is so successful. 13 years of service at our downtown Miami Chapman Center, our 10th year anniversary down in South Dade. More than 70,500 people have been admitted to our facilities.
So many people have been helped when they walk through the doors of Community Partnership for Homeless to become independent and to be much happier in the decisions that they make in their lives.
This is done with the help of an incredible, dedicated and committed staff of 130 excellent professionals that we have in both facilities, and a board of directors of over 70 community leaders who are deeply involved and have been deeply involved since 1993.
It's a relatively young organization. It has a long way to go. It's not going away anytime soon. There is a very huge need for CPH here in our community. Several years ago, the CPH board decided that as their members grew older and retired, they needed a younger group of people to become involved with the organization. That's when the Next Generation Council was born. That was about 4 years ago now. And the CPH board views it as critical for the organization that young professionals be involved in the organization. And we have been taking every year a larger and larger role in the organization, and we continue to recruit new members, local young professionals to get involved in the organization.
Why are we so successful? First of all, it is our partnership as the private sector partner of the Miami-Dade County Homeless Trust. We also partner with Jackson Health Systems to operate 2 medical clinics. We partner with Southeastern Mobile Dental Services for our mobile dental unit, who's turning out bright smiles and self-esteem every day. We have on-site psychiatric services. We have housing and employment specialists who have cultivated relationships for affordable housing and for sustainable income.
The uniqueness of our program, that each person comes in, is assigned a case manager. That case manager will sit down with that resident, and between the two of them, they will map out a strategy of what the next step would be. If it's housing, then we'll help them with housing. If it's transitional housing, they'll help with transitional housing. Substance abuse program, they'll help them with that. Or if it's a mental health program, they'll help them with that. This is our resource center. In the afternoons when the children get out of school, then they are brought right here. And here we have organized types of activities for the children. They get an opportunity to get their homework done. We have tutors here to help them with their homework. And we have other types of organized activities for the afternoon. One thing we try and do, because many of these families have been living in a bus, an abandoned building someplace, and what we're trying to do is rebond that family unit while they are here, because they've been so busy trying to make a living and surviving out on the streets living in an abandoned building. Then we have parenting skills, and we ask the parents to spend quality time with the children. And this room here is so instrumental in making a real difference in the development of that parent while they're here, and for them and helping them move forward to the next step, because they don't have to worry about that child being in an unsafe environment.
Every day it is our goal to rekindle the light, to help people discover where hope lives.
My name is Desmond Meade, and I'm currently working on my bachelor's in criminal justice, and I'm on my way to law school within the next year or two. There was a time in my life when I was homeless and on the verge of dying or being killed. When I got out of the military in 1993, I started experimenting with cocaine, and I found myself on the streets and homeless. I was getting into a lot of trouble. I was getting arrested left and right. I was sleeping on the street like an animal. It got to a point to where I was even taking showers in abandoned buildings. This particular place was the last place that I was able to actually find shelter, on the streets. This is also indicative of how, you can have shelter 1 minute and the next second it's gone, Because just the other day, this was standing up, and now 2 days later, here it is rubble. I had no concern whatsoever about my appearance. My morale was at an all-time low. I had no self-esteem whatsoever. The only concern I had was how to get my drug of choice and use it, escape from the misery. Eventually, a friend of mine told me about Community Partnership for the Homeless. Little did I know at the time that I walked through the doors that was the beginning of the transformation of my life. Immediately, I took some kind of pride in knowing that I was not going to a dump. I was going to a respectable place. One of the main things that Community Partnership did for me to help save me was that they loved me until I learned how to love myself. They showed me that if you take one step forward, they would take 2 to 3 steps towards you. They made me understand and appreciate that in spite of my addiction, that I was a human being. I was a man, and I was worth something. Everything just fell into place in 2004. This past May, I graduated from the paralegal studies at Miami-Dade College, and I graduated with top honors. I also received the 2008 honors recipient for the Law Center. And so now I'm working as a student assistant at the Law Center. And basically my task is to help out the administration at the Law Center in any way I possibly can, and also to provide advice and counseling to any students going through the paralegal program. Some of the students, they know my story and they've been inspired by that. I try to take advantage of what I've been through, and instead of having it be a negative for the rest of my life, I've learned how to turn it into a positive and have other people interested in working with people less fortunate. When they see that a formerly homeless person could graduate at the top of their class and receive all these accolades, they're inspired to do the same. And now these kids know that guy that they see on the street, they can't say that he'll never amount to anything, because I was once that guy, and now they see that, yes, he can. Right now I have a life. I was just existing when I was on the street. Like I say, I didn't have too much purpose, no goals or anything like that. Now I have a life. I'm doing more than just existing on this planet. I'm living, I'm contributing, I'm giving back. And that's what it's all about.
I'm coming back home.
Desmond is a true example of how this works. Community partnership works in making a difference in people's lives. He come through the program, and we're quite proud of all that he's done and continue to do.
We are having the great opportunity to take it to a national level by establishing our national committee.
This has been a dream of Mr. Albert Chapman, our founding chairman, that we developed this concept into a national model.
In February, we will be having our first national seminar by invitation to several cities around the United States.
Our vision is to provide a national leadership toward ending homelessness and preventing its reoccurrence. We have already helped several communities in establishing and running their own centers.
I would be remiss not to mention the commitment and generous support of board members, volunteers, and donors who have generously given of their time, of their financial contributions, and of their leadership, who have been instrumental in attaining our essential mission.
Today especially, with the economy being in such turmoil and everyone in the community being faced by huge financial challenges, it is even more important that those of us who are able to help step out, reach out, and give, continue to give, to help Community Partnership to continue to be successful in its mission.
Everything that we do at CPH, from the design of the building to the way we treat our clients and our community members, is meant to show them that there is hope.
The need is great. The challenge continues, but with the help of our generous supporters, the success story of Community Partnership for Homeless will also continue.
Well, we're pleased with the success that we've attained so far. We've come a long way, and God's been kind to us, and prayers have been answered. But this job isn't done yet. There's a lot more to do.
Together, we can light the lives of others.
You light up my life. Thank you.
You light up my life. Thank you.
You light up my life. Thank you.
You light up my life. You light up my life. Thank you.
You light up my life. Thank you.
You light up my life.
'Cause you